Hello, everyone. This is Himanshu Enrique. This is the content editor weekly catch up where we discuss the progress of the content editor component development and its integration in the wiki. So yeah, I have the first point in the agenda, and it's about the status report of what I've been working on. So today we finished the implementation of the common mark support in the content editor, which basically was setting up all of the extensions that are required to support the content types in common mark, and then slightly modifying some um, like the serialization of the code block extension. But yeah, that was like quite easy. There are some things that we could like improve, like the way that lists are serialized, the type of character. But I think that we can do that in the after we implement the MVC. So yeah, so next step for me will be implementing the toolbar. I had a start on that, but I don't know if that's like if I should do that before finishing the deliverables that we have for 13.11, which takes me to my next point. That is that we haven't made progress in creating the feature flag and indicator to the wiki. And I was wondering if I could help with anything in that area.
Yeah, yeah, there's a little bit of conflict and also and like the work, like I need to kind of revisit things, and I have a local branch that I'll be pushing today. But basically, I was kind of waiting for your merge request to be merged. Now that it is merged, now I can push this branch, and
Sorry,
now we
give me a moment to mention.
sure.
Sorry, my partner had another meeting here. He decided to do it at the same time as me, in the same room. Um, Sorry, what were you saying, Himanshu? Sorry for interrupting you.
Yeah, so I need to update a few things here because I think it should be become easier. I'll actually be pushing the merge request. I mean, already had implemented the feature flag thing. It's not very like it's quite straightforward. Just have to add an if condition and push the feature flag from the backend along with all the content that we pass on to. So I already did that. I'll just push it today. But I just want to like now that your merge request is merged, I'll just rebase it once again with master uh, and and then push the changes. So so from where it was earlier, like we had to create a new extension and a lot of those things. Since we don't really need to do that, uh, it's a little bit easier, but there is a little bit of UX work that we need to do. Uh, so we need to. I have not seen a reply from Michael on the issue that the UX that you provided that's good to go. I mean, it's already approved by Eric and all, but yeah. But I assume it's okay if it's like some minor changes in the UX, like CSS or anything. Uh, we should be good.
That's right. Like we could like perhaps like Michael will refine the work well a little bit more, but we can start um, to conditionally display the editor based on if the user decides to use the editor to edit Markdown. Like there is a lot of work that we can do that doesn't require product design, like a specific design for this. Like the workflow is very simple. Like we just need to display the editor if the user decides to use it for the Markdown format. And then we can continue refining that. Maybe we can save that setting um, like persisted. And so the editor is, the content editor is a default option for Markdown, but none of that matters. I feel like we can focus on just defining the fixture flag um, and then displaying that button and that warning when the user chooses to uh, the content editor for editing Markdown.
Okay. So yeah, it's so we only show the button when the feature flag is turned on. That's also that makes sense. Uh, and then when you click on the button, so we right now we had an option in the drop down. We don't really need that anymore. So you go and click the button, and then it switches to uh, the content editor, and then you can just save that setting. And when you refresh the page, it still is content editor. But
That's right.
yeah, that's I mean the expectation is pretty clear to me, and I think I can push a merge request, like push changes to the MR today, uh, and then I can add tests and everything. So yeah, it should be good. But there are a few questions I had, but those I can put them in the merge request itself.
Cool. Yeah. And what is important is that we, like we start like iterating, and then we can refine the workflow. Like perhaps we won't get it perfectly now, but we can keep refining in further MRs.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. And like, would you be interested in having a like pairing session? Like I push the MR and like we can pair on this, like to just to take it to completion sometime maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, I'd be more than happy to pair and work on it.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, I will come up with like the MR, and then we can see how to take it forward. I think I'll send it to you for like a preliminary review, which you can look at the MR, uh, and then based on your thoughts, then we can jump onto the pairing session, like if it's necessary. Otherwise, we can continue it asynchronous.
Sounds great. Thank you very much. Cool. So that those were my topics. Do you have like anything else to chat about?
Now, I think that's it. I think we can, yeah. So let's focus on this. Like I have not been feeling very productive, so it's kind of like going slow. But then again, there are like a couple of changes that we need to do anyway. So, and I think the good news is that now the work is lesser than it was before because we don't really need to involve backend in like defining a new MIME type and a new extension, and then switching the file type whenever you switch between formats. That's uh, I mean between Markdown and other formats. The only doubt I have is like once you turn it on. Uh, I'm not sure people would want to see it for every Markdown file because yeah, we do have a warning on top.
Let's not persist it. Like let's just like turn the editor on. Like every time that the user wants to use it, they have to turn it on. And after we deliver that, we can create a follow-up issue where we decide if we want to persist it or not. We were having that discussion in the deliverable about handling switching between content formats. And what I told Edith was like, we don't have enough data to make that decision. at least for me, like discussing it feels very subjective. It feels like any idea that I provide is based on my own preferences. So I think that we have uh, to do it, like to make the first step, that is just like allowing to enable the content editor. And after we receive feedback from users or from our internal team, we can decide to persist it or not.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. If you want to like, but I was wondering, like, if since this is already behind the feature flag, uh, maybe we can persist it. Yeah, because people would intentionally have to turn on the feature flag and then use this feature, and we also have a warning. So that's like two steps they have to go through. And if you have the button in place and if you click on button every time, that's like three steps. I mean, we're already warning people two times. I think it's three times a little bit too much. I think we can persist it. Uh, but I do agree that like taking care of persisting in a separate MR makes better sense. Uh, but yeah,
Cool. We have plenty of time to iterate on this. If it makes sense, like to do it in the context of the MVC, let's do it. I don't have any strong opinion. I was just like highlighting that we can iterate on it. But, if we can do it like within the same phase of development or in another one, it's like, for me, I don't have like any opposition to it.
okay.
Cool. So if that's everything, I think that we are done for today. So thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you as well.